Hello, this is Briok. I Data Games. We are going to continue Final Fantasy 13. Let's just wrap this one up. Let's get through it. We're in Chapter 5, I believe, of 13, maybe of 14. I am off work this week, so we are playing through the day today, which is kind of nice. Only for a couple of hours. I've got a dentist appointment later. Oh, that's the wrong way. Gotta go the other way. And then if I stream again tonight, I'll play 14 probably. I don't know, we'll see. I don't know. I'd like to clear through this one this week. I want to move on. Let's move to something a little bit better. Ooh. Alright, let's actually go back. Go around this way. There's probably a chest over here. Oh, no chest. Just mobs. Star Pendant. Oh, did I ever equip a second? Yeah, I did. What's the Star Pendant do, though? Resist poison. I don't know if that's better than what I have. It's not worse. I'll go with it. Hope just standing there. All hopeful. I'm gonna kill Snow and get vengeance from my mom. Fucking Hope. Such a dick. Just plotting murder. Could I use a sword too? No, you're a bitch. Okay. I'll use this little dagger you gave me. And I'll kill you and take your sword. You're one murderous bitch. Let's think about food now.
ルシになったからこのバカと結婚だ。話が全然通ってない。つくならまともな嘘にしろ。それに本当にお前がルシならば始末するのが私の仕事だ。
お姉ちゃん。
バカバカしい。最低の誕生日だ。
おいセラ、なんで信じてやらないんだ。
誰が信じる。偶然ルシにされてそれで結婚だと。
兄さん。
誰が姉さんだ。寝言は寝て言え。
セラを一人にしたいのか。分かった。セラは俺が守る。
I'm gonna man up and take care of your sister. Real nice. All night until she turns into a crystal. I'm gonna plow some other chick. Actually, I don't think Snow would do that. He's totally into this Sarah chick. Which really bugs me. I just wish Snow would love me.
どういうセンスだ。
番組の途中ですが、緊急政府広報をお送りします。昨日深夜、臨海都市ボーダムでパルスのファルシが確認されました。政府はファルシエデンの承認のもと、先ほど非常事態宣言を発令。これによりボーダム全域は無制限に封鎖されます。繰り返しお伝えします。昨日深夜、臨海都市ボーダムでパルスのファルシが確認されました。政府はファルシエデン。
A news report made her believe.
一人にしたんだな。
I believe. Oh, fuck, I didn't put my timer on. Why do I always fail so hard at this? Let's see, hold on. Gotta add it on. That'd be 27-ish. There we go. Alright. We are 21 hours, 27 minutes into the Final Fantasy countdown. It's a lot of Final Fantasy. And I'm only on the second game. Only on the second game and I'm at 21 hours. That's almost a full day of Final Fantasy. Edge Carbine. Let's see, is that any better? No. Not even close. I think it's supposed to be better, but I've upgraded the Blaze Fire Saber so much. It's not any good. Probably should have killed the crawlers first. Heave. Did he miss his heave? Oh man, that was lucky. I didn't miss mine. Knocked him right in the air. I haven't seen any chests, so just follow the straight and narrow path. Aww. Alright, I got fire though. Actually, I already got all of the medic and commando abilities and stats, so we're good with just getting Ravager. Let's look at good old Hope here. And we just have medic stuff for him. Gotten Ravager and Synergist all set up. I don't know, there's probably like a more efficient way to level them up, but I'm just trying to get as many of the roll levels as I can. I think that makes it a little bit stronger. Miss any chests? Crawlers die quick and they give a lot of CP. Can't open that, I guess. We're gonna go to the right first. I don't know why I can't let the behemoth out. Oh, I can just go past him. There's a chest right next to him. I gotta hit him. I want to get all the chests. A behemoth and crawlers. Did not expect that. Alright, we're gonna take out the crawlers fast. I hope. Are you fucking kidding me, man? What? Oh, come on. That's bullshit. want to get a surprise on this group. Oh, I think I got it. I think I got it. We're gonna take out the behemoth first. Got him. 5 stars. It's the best possible I could do. Let's see. We're gonna go to the left first. No chance over there. Oh, did you see that behemoth in the back? I bet it's gonna jump over. Or it just counts as part of the fight. I'll go with the barbed guy first. I think he's easier to kill. What I like about this game, and this is honestly the truth, I don't love this game, but I do like that they have buffing and debuffing as like a main thing. You know, kind of like what they have in an MMO. Some MMOs. I like the buffing and debuffing. I think that adds a lot to the gameplay. I wish more MMOs had that. You know, Final Fantasy XI has it, EverQuest had it. There's a bunch of games that have it, but I wish more games had it. Shit. Launch. Watchman's Amulet, alright. Don't know what that does. Critical Veil. Once per battle. No, it's better. Consistent poison? Or Veil once a fight, maybe. Chest. No! Alright, let's go back. I left Hope behind. That's too bad. I think we're finally almost done with this place. Alright, let's do our Crystarium thing. Alright, almost done with that one. Alright, they're both about 2 orbs away from completing their chains. Let's upgrade. Oof. I actually need a lot. Maybe I should just hold off. That gets me halfway there. I'll hold off. Roar, Lobos. Silver Lobos. Fuck. They do not like Hope. I don't entirely blame them, but they're just hitting him. It's crazy. I think it's actually because of the poison on him. Makes him a target. I didn't expect that. That makes sense though, that Envenomate. Just doing a little extra damage because he's poisoned.
運がなかったな。ルシを始末して手柄を立てたかったんだろう。これじゃかわいそうです。同情をよせ。甘い考えは捨てろ。生き延びたければ戸惑うことを自分に許すな。いきなりは無理か。作戦だって考えろ。最優先の目標だけ決めて、あとは目もくれるな。心は止めて、体で動け。迷って立ち止まったら絶望に追いつかれる。
すれば迷わないんですね。野良作戦、そういうことにします。
ノラ。
母さんの名前です。
復讐か。
分かってるんです。あいつに復讐したって母さんは帰ってこないし。分かってますけど、ごめんじゃ済まないんですよ。
殺したのはスノーじゃない。政府だ。
あいつをかばうんですか？
事実だ。
だったら政府とも戦いますよ。ライトさんと一緒に生き延びて。
闇を抱えている人を責める資格はないと思う。だって私の心にも残酷な闇がないわけじゃない。
大した敵じゃない。バックアップする。
Man, the way they're focusing Hope, maybe I should give him that Watchman's amulet. So we can get Veil. Veil. Hey Sin, how you doing, man? Happy Monday. Thanks for the raid again last night. That was great. Yeah. Well, I'm streaming early and I'm going to stream late, so I have a dentist appointment in like 2 hours. So I can't stream too long during the day today. But I'm going to the pool after that, so I'm going to end up streaming not at my normal time. It'll be the same thing as last night, where I'm streaming at like 10 o'clock tonight. Which I would prefer doing, actually. I think that's a better time in general to stream, is like the middle of the night or super early. But can't do it because of my job, so. So this week's going to be good. I'm looking forward to this week. Are you off work today? Are you still doing the temp thing? No. No, I'm just getting a filling replaced. I had an old filling from back when I was in college put in, like back in one of my back molars, and it had to be replaced back in January, and they replaced it. And I went in for a cleaning, and they're like, "Who did that filling? Because like that needs to be replaced. It's a terrible job." I'm like, "You guys did like less than 6 months ago." They're like, "Oh, okay." So they're replacing it for free. I just have to deal with the time and pain of having a filling put in. I should probably find a new dentist, honestly, because they're pretty terrible. But they're like 5 minutes away. My dentist is this hot Asian. You know, so priorities, I guess, right? Damn it. Yeah, I don't know about every day, but every couple months I don't mind it. I think it's the office I go to. Like they replace the dentist like every 6 months to a year. Like, they find a new dentist, but all of them are Asian. All of them are young Asian women. Maybe it's where I am. I don't know. I'm not above going to a dentist because she's hot, so. What's funny, I had my wife go in to go to the same place. Oh, just barely missed it. And she had an Asian guy who gave her her teeth. She's like, I don't know why you like going there. Like, I didn't like that guy at all. I'm like, okay, well, priorities. So they give the women the Asian guy and the men the Asian woman. I think that's by design. Alright, gotta knock out this last fight and then hopefully we will move on to a new zone. What the fuck is Hope doing? Alright, we're done with them. Yeah, man, can you imagine, like, just streaming all the time as your job? Like, I would stream during the day, and then I'd take a break, and I'd come back and do it every night. Hope's dead. That'd be pretty nice. I saw Mixer got shut down, and they moved everybody over to like the Facebook streaming. I was looking at Facebook streaming though; it's not very good. Like the user interface is pretty shitty. Like to try to find what you're wanting to watch. But I did look into it just to check it out. I also don't know how I feel about Facebook streaming. Like, not everybody under the sun that I know knows that I'm streaming. And I don't know, would it be like connected to my actual name? Like I don't want that to happen, so
野良作戦なんだ。どけー。
Kill this. Shit. Okay. Almost got him to stagger. Take one more of those. Oof. Oh, nice, man. What did you get? You know, my mic, I got a Blue Yeti. I'm not very happy with it, if I'm being honest. Like, I listen back to my, my stream, like, every time. And, I just am not happy with the sound quality of it. I know I've asked a few people and they're like, oh, it sounds fine, but I know it doesn't sound as good as it could. You know? I think yours sounds really good. I'm actually jealous because I don't think mine sounds as good. When I first started though, I didn't know like what to get. I just knew I needed a better mic than my headset mic, you know? And it's not that I think it sounds terrible, it's just it doesn't sound as good as yours. Yours sounds pretty clear. I also don't have a stand for mine, which I think would help a little bit. Because it's right now it's kind of aggravating. I have this thing like just sitting right in front of my face. Yeah, 4-star. That was pretty good. Yeah, that's the exact issue. Is it like I have trouble getting the game audio to sound just right. It's either too loud or it's too quiet, and my voice doesn't come over it well. And I want people to be able to hear it because some of the games have they have awesome like soundtracks, you know, and just the fact that nobody can hear it's really disappointing. Anyway, I've got my beginner mic, which is fine. A friend of mine was asking me, he wants to start streaming. And he's like, what should I get? And I was like, well, I have a Blue Yeti. I would not recommend it, though. But I didn't really know what else to get. The other thing I'm thinking about doing, and this is kind of ass backwards, but I have a 4K monitor, and I'm thinking about downgrading to a 1080p because the processing power that you need to stream along with the graphics I'm trying to put out with 4K, I can't get 60 FPS on a lot of games. And it's really frustrating because I have to turn the graphics down rather than keep them on extreme. If I was to play like Sekiro single player, I can play at the top setting, no big deal. It's not an issue. But if I was to stream it, I have to bump it down to like just right at standard or below standard. And I just think it doesn't look as good. I heard we might get another stimulus check, though. I don't know if you saw that. But if we get another stimulus check, I'll go ahead and finally upgrade my computer, I think. You know, Canadians have been getting like $2,000 a month for the last 6 months. You know, and we're like, where's our $1,200 check one time? Oh, that's terrifying, isn't it?
お願い。
This is my second time playing through this game, and I love the cutscenes. I think they're beautiful. I don't know what the fuck's going on. The story in this game is so goddamn bad. Now that's an awesome. This is an awesome cutscene. But what the hell is going on?
セラを助けるつもりでファルシに乗り込んだのに助けられなかった。
I mean, a lot of the stories in these games are really well put together. This one, though, is completely bonkers. Just such a shit story. It is a lot to follow, though, usually. Especially streaming it, like, people coming in are like, what's going on? I've missed the first, like, 20 hours of gameplay. This one, I feel that way the whole way through. And I've played it. I've beat this game, and I still don't know what the fuck's going on. I wouldn't say by different developers. They're all made by Square Enix, but some of them are published by other producers. So like Final Fantasy Zero Crystal something or other. It was a PS3 game, but it was developed by Square and then produced by another company. And then there were a couple. Final Fantasy 4 and 6 have all gotten like a mobile treatment. So they have a company that published it that was a mobile company. And those are the versions that are on Steam, so they get credit for it. But the originals were made by Square. There's been a handful of other games. I played that tower defense game, that Final Fantasy tower defense game on stream. That was made by Square, but I think it was published by somebody else. They're one of the few companies that still keep all the development in-house. Like, they don't push it out to a third party like Obsidian. I honestly think they should, though. I think if they were to push out some development to other companies, you might get some awesome stories. Like, imagine Obsidian coming in and making a Final Fantasy game. They would do such a fucking awesome job. But Square makes their own engines, so like every couple of years they'll push out like a graphical, like, this is what we can do now, and it looks fucking amazing, and you won't see this in a video game for like 10 years, but we can do this. And every time they put one of those out, it's just awesome. So I guess there's two sides to that coin, isn't there? They used to have, back in the day before they were Square Enix and it was Squaresoft, they used to have a North American office that made its own games. So like Secret of Mana was a Japanese game by Squaresoft, but Secret of Evermore was the American group that made it. And they feel totally different. Like, they've got similarities, but they just feel like different games. I'm gonna go with medic first. The Secret of Mana games are fucking awesome. I've only played Secret of Mana. I haven't played Trial of Mana yet. And I love Secret of Evermore. I thought that was a great game, but that was North America. They also did Super Mario RPG back in the day. That was Squaresoft. Mario RPG was wicked good. What am I missing here? In Thunder and Water. Oh, those would be good to have. Alright. There's a lot of like setup stuff you have to do, which is kind of frustrating. I had a file get corrupted in a Final Fantasy game once. I was about like 50 hours into the game. It was my first time playing through Final Fantasy IX. And my file got corrupted. And so I had to start completely over from scratch. And ever since then, I've saved like 2 files. Just to be certain, you know? Like, I guess it wouldn't matter, like it could still get fucked up, but... Can you imagine playing a game for 40 to 50 hours and losing your file? Has that ever happened to you in like Elder Scrolls? I've heard that's happened to other people. I've been lucky. I've never lost my save files in Elder Scrolls. Oh. Yeah, that's okay. Because of mods, so that's something. I could see, you know. God damn it. The controller keeps getting. I wish I didn't have a wired controller, but. Yeah, I could see that happening with mods more than anything. How many hours did you lose, though? Oh, that blows. I don't like that story. Yeah, that's what happened to me with Final Fantasy IX. Is once the file was corrupted, I was done. I eventually went back and beat it, but it was years later. You have to take a solid break at that point. Oh, nice. So talking about it last night did it for you? You know, I get in the mood to play that game every once in a while, and talking about it last night almost had me re-downloading it. Obviously modded to shit, but I love that game. As frustrating as the leveling system is for me, and the way the mobs level with you, the game's classic. Like, that is a fucking awesome game. That's the one that got me into the Elder Scrolls games, too. So I'll always think of that one as, like, the best one, I think. And New Vegas was my first Fallout, so, like, playing through New Vegas got me hooked on those. You know what it is, like, it's such a good beginning to the game. Like, Morrowind and Skyrim weren't that great, as far as I'm concerned, from the beginning. But you know, you get out of the Oblivion prison, and you just end up in the world. And you just have, like, so many places you can go, all the stuff you can do. You have this basic plot line of, I'm the king, and here's something to take to my son. Like, it's crazy. It's such a crazy thin storyline. But it's so good. It's so open. Why is that a downgrade? Improved debuffing. I don't see how that's bad. It's got 70. 83. Oh, I'd go down to 70. Okay, I see what it's saying. Yeah, it was solid. And you know what I like is that it holds up right now. Like, from a graphical standpoint and a play standpoint, it really holds up. And especially since they've added, like, the controller functions on the PC. Because I don't like playing with the mouse and keyboard. It, like, my hand feels like it's going to fall apart when I do that. Hold shift and all these other buttons at the same time. Just way too much. But graphically, I think it really holds up. I was surprised, though. You said last night it's the same engine as Skyrim, and I don't think that's the case. I could be wrong, but Skyrim looks so much better than Oblivion. You're probably right. I mean, like, because it does hold up, so... It's just the way they designed it is so much different. And in Skyrim, you know, you kind of like... I know that all the Elder Scrolls have that kind of gist. Like, you are in a prison and you're going to jail and now you're free. Go roam around. Like, they all have that. But the way Oblivion did it was so good. You know, when I decided to play through all the Final Fantasy games, I didn't think about the fact that I'd have to play through this game. I hate this one. I'm not saying I regret that decision, but kind of regret this decision. All because of this one game. What did it say? Do you have it right? Ooh, wait, can I go over there? Gotta go that way. Alright. I just thought it was different because they're different generations of games. Like, one's on the 360, one was on the Xbox One. Again, I could be completely wrong. I thought it was the same engine they used for Fallout 3 was the same they used for Oblivion, though. And then Fallout 4 and Skyrim were built on the same. But I might have that wrong. Because they're definitely reusing the engines. Alright, well, that makes sense. Same program, different version. Back to the festival. This is why the game's fucking confusing. They have all these flashbacks. Oh, they have one every 10 minutes in this game. Everything that goes back to this festival is a flashback, and they have one for every character. Who the fuck is that? Just more questions. I don't know who any of these people are. Scale Beast. Should we try it? It said to avoid the monster. But I don't plan on coming back to this area. Let's give it one try. If we can't beat it, we'll just skip it next time. Shit. This may have been a bad idea. Yeah, I shouldn't have fought this thing. Even if I beat it, it's gonna take me forever. There is a fight in this game that takes like 20 hours. Like legitimately 20 hours. I think they nerfed it a little bit in a patch, so it might not be 20 hours now, but there was one boss at the end of the game that took about 20 hours. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea. Here's a single player game, 20 hours ago. Just sit there and grind on this boss. Alright, beat it. Yeah, that was definitely too tough. Not really worth it. Alright, we're gonna skip the rest of these, so... I can go right or left. There's a chest down by that one, though. Let's try to get the chest. No, can't do it without killing the goddamn thing. So I have to kill the second one. What's over here? another one of these. No chest. So you get experience. I was thinking since they're harder, you get more experience. That is not the case. But I do want to get this treasure chest, so I'm gonna have to kill this one. But I was hoping to sneak up on it, because if I sneak up on it, I get a bonus to start the match off with. How much damage I do. Let's see. Fuck, man, he won't turn away. Oh yeah, the damn bouncing ball though is like treasure, so... Alright, here we go. Let's do it again. There we go. Like these mobs are super hard for this part of the game. Hey Zeph, I didn't see it. Were you messaging me on Facebook? I've got my phone is charging right now, so I don't have it with me. Change that up. I'll be on tonight to play some Final Fantasy 14 though. Yeah, thanks. Nobody's got anything in my house today except I have a dentist appointment in a few minutes. An hour-ish. And then we're going to the pool. Oh yeah, the pool will be fun. Yeah, it's hot here too. It's in the 90s, so it'll be nice. It'll feel good. I love going in the pool and going swimming, but I haven't been able to handle the cold water like I used to. You know, if it's below 90 degrees outside, I can't do the pool. Cold water makes me freeze. Just can't do it anymore. When I was a kid, I'd jump into anything, man. Clean water, dirty water, hot water, cold water. Sin, thank you for the... Jesus, thank you, man. It's not my birthday yet, but thank you. My birthday's on Saturday. But thank you, Sin. Thank you very much for the 1,000 bits. That's awesome. I took off all week because of the birthday, though. You do you, man. Thank you, though. Well, I was only going to take the one day off for my birthday, but I had taken off time to go visit my family. And, you know, since I can't do that because of COVID, I'm going to enjoy the entire week. So I'm going to stream every day. I'm going to play video games, relax. You know, get a couple of chores done around the house, but for the most part, I'm going to chill out. Alright, one more of those stupid things down. Yeah, so Zeph, I only have, like, another hour to play. Not even that, like 40 minutes. And then I'm going to come back tonight and play more. Hey, Sin, Zeph is the one who was asking me about the mic. What mic do you use again? Can you tell Zeph what that is? Zephiel, I think that's probably a better mic than the Blue Yeti. You could get a stand with it. Because with the Blue Yeti, I just have it sitting on my desk right here. And Sin has this whole setup with like a mic stand. It looks really nice. Sounds good. I think his quality's a little better than mine. I got this one because it was kind of cheap. Not that I was trying to be a cheapskate, but let's be honest. I didn't want to start streaming and like spend $1,000 on everything when nobody's watching. My green screen, I got the fabric off Amazon. It's like 10 bucks, 10, 15 bucks. And then, yeah, Sin plays Elder Scrolls a lot, man. Plays a bunch of like in-depth RPGs. ESO, Elder Scrolls Online. He's fun to watch. But you can get like the green screen fabric I got was like 10 bucks, and then I got some PVC pipe to make a stand. It's super cheap. Like you can, you know, webcam and mic aside, you know, you can get going in like $100 easy if you already have the computer. Yeah, you could absolutely. Like, if you didn't want to spend any money, you could absolutely do that. I watch a few people who do that. There's this Australian guy I watch every Sunday. He plays RPGs and he does a headset. I don't know. I feel like it when I started, I wanted to have it kind of professional, like with the green screen, because I knew I was going to show my face. I already had the webcam because of work. So I figured if I just got the green screen, I'd be set. Now as I look at like upgrades, I'm like, oh, I need a new mic, and I need a new computer, and I need this, and I need that, and it starts to add up if you really start getting stuff. But I like Sin's setup because he doesn't have a green screen, but his background, he's got these lights that change colors and stuff, and it looks really cool. That's true, but I mean, there's some guys I watch who have never used a webcam or don't use a webcam. There's a guy, background guy, BGG. I forgot his full name, but like he plays nothing but RPGs and he doesn't have a cam, and he's a partner. So there's people who even get to partner who don't have cams. Like you don't have to have a cam to stream. I think you do get more people initially though. Like if you're trying to make affiliate and get out there and people can see what you look like, it works better. That's just my opinion. Sorry, I'm interrupting the story. Did you want to read this?
ここを抜けたら夢の街ノーチラスだ。
Exactly. Oh, Final Fantasy 13. I have no idea what's going on. When we finish this one and we move to 12, though, I started playing 12 a couple weeks ago, and we'll just start over because I'm timing how long it takes us to get through everything. But the 12 story is way better than 13. And I might actually restart that one in English. We'll go left. Because I think it's easier for people to follow along if it's in English. I'm actually most psyched to play 10. I can't wait to get to 10. Oh, no problem, Zeph. I'll talk to you soon.
脅かすな。
どうしたの？
Sin 10 is
考え事だ。
the most emotional story of the series. Every time I beat that one, I cry. Like a little girl. And I think people are going to really enjoy seeing that.
ドッジはな。
I just weep openly. The ending is so sad.
俺の息子はルシなんだ。
But that's 2 games away, so I've got to beat this one. I've got to beat 12, and then we'll start on 10.
政府のファルシを見たいっつうからエネルギープラントの見学ツアー
Oh, it's another flashback, Sin. Just for you.
嫌げにチョコボのヒナを買ってやろうと思ってちょっと目を離した隙にあいつは一人で施設に入っちまって
No, I don't think so. Hey, Ashness, how you doing, man? I was just talking about you. Like 5 minutes ago, I was saying I watch you play every Sunday. Oh, I missed you this Sunday. I'm sorry, it's my kid's birthday. I was busy all day. Anyway, you use like a mic and headset, right? I was just talking. One of the guys here, Zephiel, was just asking about like what like he wants to start streaming. So what like mic to get and stuff like that. And I was saying, oh, you don't even need that. Like I watch this guy every Sunday. He just uses a headset and mic, and it works just fine. Like you don't have to have all the bells and whistles to make a stream work. Sin and Zeph and anybody else watching, if you haven't, go follow Ashness. He plays old school retro RPGs every Sunday morning, American time, Eastern time. And he's playing one right now called Live a Live. Is that right, Ash? And it's like the predecessor to Saga, all the Saga games. And it never came out in the US. It's fucking awesome looking. Like, it was a lot of fun to watch. He beat one of the storylines last week with the robot dude. Live Alive. Oh, that makes more sense than Live a Live, doesn't it? But anyway, it's really cool looking. He just beat Secret of Mana doing a 1-character run. He played as Prim, the girl, all the way through solo and killed off the other 2 characters and beat it with 1 character. That was fucking impressive. And he's going and playing a bunch of other like Super Nintendo RPGs. So he's got a whole list on his page. He beat Mystic Quest. Mystic Quest was a couple weeks ago. So every Sunday I watch him. And I recommend you guys do too. That Secret of Mana run was pretty crazy though. I've never even thought about trying to beat the game with 1 character, and just to see somebody actually do it was fucking insane. So it was really cool. I know I'm talking over the story. Nobody cares about the story. This is the worst Final Fantasy in the series. If you're watching for Final Fantasy 13, thank you for watching. I am playing through all the Final Fantasies from 15 to 1, and this is the worst one. So you guys just have to deal with me calling it that, because I hate this game. There's good parts about 13, but there's a lot of bad parts about it. I wonder if it would work. I have the Secret of Mana remake, the like remaster, and I want to play through that on Steam, on Twitch sometime. And I wonder if I could make that work on the remaster. But you spent a lot of extra time grinding. Like that, I mean, you put hours into grinding out weapon skills and stuff, right? So, I don't know. It was pretty cool to watch. Yeah, I gotta do this one. I played through... I got all the way to the Mana Fortress, and I never beat it. I just put it down for something else. I don't know why. It plays almost identically, so I think it would probably work still. But having never tried it, I don't know. I don't know if it would be the same or not. That might be a fun challenge, though. I don't know. I'm not, like, big on the challenges, though. Like, I watch people do that on Twitch all the time. I watch a guy, everybody knows him, the Happy Hob. He plays through all the Dark Souls games in a row without getting hit. I am not into that kind of thing. Like, I don't understand people who can do those kind of runs, challenge runs. But I love watching it. I just don't think it's possible for me to do it.
雨に打たれて出てきやがったか。ちっ、可愛らしい魔物ちゃんだぜ。
Alright. So do we want to go through with it raining or not? I guess we'll go with it raining. I think it's more of an endurance challenge, and I'm taking breaks a little bit here and there. So I was playing Final Fantasy 14 over the weekend, which is still a Final Fantasy, but I played that a little bit on stream and did some PvP. And I played League of Legends last night, and for some reason people still watch me play it. But for the most part, I'm trying to go all the way through them. We finished 15 last week, which it was a little bit of an unfair 15 run because I did a New Game Plus, just because I'd never done it and I wanted to try it out. But everything else is going to be straight through. Like, I think once I get to 10, I feel like it's easy. Because I love 10, I love 9, I love 6 and 4, 5 and 9 and 8, or 7 and 8 are alright. 15 is awesome. If you play it through with the DLC, it's an awesome game. If you don't play with the DLC, it's just okay. But the story is actually really good. It's super open world. You can go do whatever you want. Which people complained about with this game, with 13, so 15 was the response to that. Let's see. Is there a treasure chest down there? Oh, I'm not sure. Well, if you're going to start with any of them, I'd start with Final Fantasy VI, which was on the Super Nintendo. I think 6 is the best one in the entire series. This might have been a mistake. We'll see. Yeah, I think that was a mistake. Yeah, I think 6 and 10 are the best. Just objectively, 6 and 10 are the best. 6 has a ton of characters. They've got a great story. They've got a great bad guy. Like, those two games are amazing. 10 is emotional. It's got a great story. Good combat system. It's a great... Both of those are great games. If you only played 2 in the series, I would play 6 and 10. But since 6s are on the Super Nintendo, it's, you know, that's an easy choice. A lot of people say 7's the best. They're all idiots. And you know, look, if you're somebody on my stream watching and you think 7's the best, you haven't played the others. Like, 7 is okay. Like, it was great. It was a big technology leap as far as, like, how the games could be made. It was not the best. It wasn't even close to the best. I've heard the 7 remake, though, is amazing, and I'm looking forward to trying that out. Yeah, see? Game Lounge? I'm glad you're here. 7 is not that good of a game. It is just not that... It's a good game. It's not as good as the other Final Fantasies. So if I'm ranking them, it would be 6, 10, 15, 4, 12... I don't know. Somewhere with 1 through 3. 9's in there. Yeah, 7 just wasn't that great, objectively. Like, it was a good game. The story was okay. But there were a lot of gaps in the story, like, you know, the whole thing with Sephiroth and Genova and Cloud's, like, memory getting lost. It just, objectively as a story, 6 was not that great. Or 7 was not that great. It was a good game. It wasn't great. But people love it because it was their first one. And that's fine. It's fine to like your first one. I get that. But 7 was not that great. It was at best. If I had to rank 7 out of the top 15, it would be at best maybe rank 7. At best. If it was a pretty girl and I had to, like, if I was looking at a group of girls and I had to say on a scale of 1 to 10 where everybody stood, 7 is maybe a 6 or 7. Maybe. Maybe. 9's great. You know what I like about 9 is it goes back to that high fantasy style. Which is where I want to see them take 16. Like, if I had to choose a style for Final Fantasy 16, it would be high fantasy. Get rid of the technology, get rid of, like, the engineering crap everywhere. Go back to the high fantasy. How long did you sleep for, game? Did you just wake up? I love your weekend stories. Like, oh yeah, I just did a bunch of drugs and barely woke up. And I felt like crap when I did. You know what, Ash? I would give you 9, though. I would say that while it's not my favorite, I think that could be up there. That's a contender. I would say 9's good. Objectively, it's a good game. Has a great story, has a lot of characters, good development of those characters. It has all the, like, main Final Fantasy themes. Blue magic, black magic, white magic, summons. It does them all well. It's a good game. What the hell? Where are the other frogs coming from? Are they, like, summoning more? As much as I hate 13, the paradigm system they have is kind of cool. Like, I actually do enjoy the battle system in this game. It's not the best battle system, but it's good. You know, I was looking at that, Ash, and they have, they re-released Final Fantasy 1 and 2 at least on PlayStation back in the day. I don't know if they did that in Australia, but they have like an American, North American, and a Japanese version. So you can play Final Fantasies 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6 on the PlayStation. Yeah, and I think that's how I'm going to play it actually when I get to it, because the PlayStation versions are pretty good. They also did a PSP version, and the PSP version of 4 is like top in its class as far as I'm concerned. Like, it keeps all of the same like Super Nintendo combat systems the same, but it's like the Japanese version of it, so the stats and some of the abilities are the same as the Japanese version, but the graphics look well enhanced. Like, it's pretty good. Yeah, 10-2's combat was great too. Yeah, the story wasn't great, but but the combat was amazing. That's what I love about the Final Fantasies, though. You can talk about combat, this music, the stories. Like, you could grade Final Fantasy on like 4 or 5 different things, and they'd have completely different results. I'm a big fanboy of Final Fantasy. My very first one was 4. I love 4. Objectively, it's not the best one, but it's still a good game. I had somebody who was trying to get me into Dragon Quest last year, and I just couldn't get into it. Like, as far as the game goes, it was fine, but I had trouble really getting into the game. And I think that's one I want to replay. Oh, fuck me. That was a mistake. I might get a game over here. Let's kill the gremlins real fast, and we'll focus on the shell guy. I was not paying attention to that. Five has a good combat system. A really good combat system. Because you can change up the jobs of your characters. I don't think the story is that great. That's just my opinion. A lot of people love that one. Game Lounge has done 10. Game, I'm glad that was your first one. That was a great first game for Final Fantasy. Come on, stick. Get one of them off. 1D protect. No? Alright. Cure her up and then we'll start attacking. Yeah, 10's a good intro. And you know what? The summon abilities in that game are like what I think of when I think of classic Final Fantasy 2. Like the way that Yuna summons everything and the summons can be used in battle is perfect. I have no problems with how they did that. And the cinematics were good at the time. Great at the time. I mean, they were really solidly put together. Kingdom Hearts. I like Kingdom Hearts, but it's not a Final Fantasy game. Oh, I should re-say that game. I like the first Kingdom Hearts. The rest of them, the story is fucking weird as fuck. I don't know what the hell's going on in those games. It has the same problem 13 has, is the story's kind of shit. Like, it doesn't make it a bad game, it just makes it confusing as hell. I fought this super hard scale beast that I shouldn't have fought. I should have changed to the daylight, which is why this is taking so long. Game I actually picked up on PS4. I got the story so far, leading up to 3, so I've got 1 through the rest, except for 3. And I started to play through 1, and I'm like, man, this game was so good. Like, what happened? And then you get to the next one, and you're like, oh, right. The story is so fucking crazy. Come on. Get 1D protect to hit. Alright, Ash. I'll see you later, man. I'm only going to be playing for another 30 minutes or so. I've got a dentist appointment. But thanks for stopping in and hanging out. I appreciate it. Let's just go with it. We'll just attack this thing. Yeah, I'll be playing during the day all this week, so maybe I'll get to see you again. I'm off work this week, so this is what I'm doing while I'm not working. This is way better than working, by the way. Like, this is what I always wanted to be when I grew up. When people used to ask me that question, like, what do you want to do when you're older? I want to play video games, man. Like, that's it. This is what I want to do. I don't think I'll ever make enough money to do that, but this is a dream job. You know? If I won the lottery tomorrow or something, I'd be doing this. I mean, not Final Fantasy 13. I hate this fucking game. But, you know, playing video games is still freaking awesome. Game, I don't know if you have, but follow Ashness, who was just chatting. He streams every Sunday morning. He plays old school RPGs, but if you're ever awake early enough to watch him, he's doing some really cool stuff. He's playing some games that I had never heard of that are amazing RPGs. He's playing one called Live Alive right now. We're gonna go with Live Alive. And he just got done with Mystic Quest. He's been playing some fun games. Alright, killed that thing. Aqua Ring, alright. Totally worth killing that thing for. Alright, we're gonna try to skip around these things. Just gremlins, good. I remember just the story being confusing. Like, I watched... There's a guy on YouTube who, when 3 came out, he did a summary of the story so far. And it was like an hour-long explanation of the story. I feel like when you need an hour to explain what's happened in the Kingdom Hearts games, that's too much time. Like, it's just... Give me a summary... Like, if I said what happened in Final Fantasy... Oh, you know, the Empire attacked and, you know, these guys were rebels and they had to attack this group to, like... save the world from like total destruction. In Kingdom Hearts, you need an hour to explain that. Like, you need the whole like hour-long breakdown to understand how the story's working and how the characters are involved. It's just crazy. Like, forget about the gameplay. I mean, the story alone is confusing. I watched somebody the other night play Metroid Prime 2. Do you remember Metroid Prime? Did you ever play that? It's like the first-person Metroid game that came out on, like, I think it was the GameCube? Anyway, I heard a rumor. I read a rumor. I don't even know if it's a rumor. I read that Nintendo is working on a new one for the game, the Switch. I hope that's true. I hope they're actually working on a new one, because I love Metroid Prime. But, just to add to that, I hope they release Metroid Prime 1 through 3 on the Switch before 4 hits. Cool, she got the AoE. No. He's gonna summon a whole bunch more frogs. I mean, I think between that and Breath of the Wild 2, I'll be set on Switch games for a while. Those are the ones I need. You almost finished it already? How many hours have you put in already? I love how into that game you are. It's a good game, though. Is the remaster as good as the original? Like, do you feel pretty good about it? her. Alright. Boss fight, maybe? I don't know. I don't know what we're coming up to here.
まずいな。
どうしよう。
よし、任せろ。忍び足で。
Oh, so they made it cartoony. No, that's not... I don't know. I looked at the videos of it. It looked pretty good. I never thought there was a problem with how it was looking. Alright, boss fight time. This boss music is fucking insane. Do you guys hear this? Little soft, jazzy kind of music. Hey, Dark. Just playing some Final Fantasy 13 midday. Seemed like the thing to do. I am off work all week, so I thought I'd play some midday games. I am playing through the entire Final Fantasy series from 15 down to 1. I'm calling it the Final Fantasy Countdown. And... copyright pending. And I am playing on 13. I've already beat 15, working on 13. Okay, Dark, I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't pronounce either of those. Is it Zelly? Zelly? Do I have Zeal? Is it Dark Zeal? Zelly. Dark Zelly. Alright. I just go with Dark. If that's okay. It's a little easier for me. And I'm going to make this all about me. So since it's all about me, it's just Dark. Yeah, but I'm psyched to be off work this week. You're the only Dark in my channel as far as I know. So I'm gonna stick with it for now. Oof, that actually hurt. Damn it. Fuck! I might lose now. It's really hard going back to work after being off for so long. And I'm actually not looking forward to it next week already. I'm day 1 into my vacation here, and I'm not looking forward to going back to work. Is it really Game Lounge? That's kind of funny. Destroy all humans. Alright, let's buff this guy. This is 13, the worst in the series. I hate to keep saying that since I'm playing it. I feel like people in my stream watching are like into this game. Or at least some of them. It really holds up. This came out on the PS3 and the Xbox 360. And this is the Steam edition, and it's beautiful. Like, I'm playing in 4K. It really holds up as far as the game goes. So this game was very close-ended. A lot of Final Fantasies are open world where you can like explore everything at your own will. Not all of them, but like most of them kind of play that way. This one was very linear. You have to go down this path in this tunnel that they set for you. There's no real exploration. It's not instanced areas as much as forced areas. Like, it's not like... Yes, it's instanced, but like, it's... Like, these two characters that I'm playing as right now, like, they went in this one direction, and I have to follow them the whole way through. And the only place you get to that's open world is at the very end of the game. It's like, I don't know, you play for 30 hours and you finally get to the open-ended part of the game. And there's one zone that's like an open world where you can explore and look around. So it's kind of trash. The story's not very good. The character development's not good. But from a game perspective, just the way it looks and sounds are great. The music's beautiful. The game looks great. I don't have any problems with that. Alright, game. Enjoy your food, man. I'll be back tonight, by the way, game, if you don't catch me before I head out. I am going to the dentist in about 30-40 minutes, and I'll be playing more tonight. So feel free to come back and hang out. I don't know if I should bother with these debuffs. If I was to play one Final Fantasy today, man, if I was to tell you to start a Final Fantasy, I would have you start Final Fantasy X or 12 or 15. They're all great games. I think if you're looking for something that's the most like 14, probably 12. 12 has a great story, great soundtrack. You can pick your character classes, which is awesome. It's a lot of fun to pick the character classes and have them do things based on those classes. The story's good. It does not, but it does have the bunny creatures. I forgot what they're called now. So it has girls with bunny ears, if you're into that kind of thing. I want to say Mithra, but that's the cat people. What are the bunny? Virillo? I can't remember what they're called. Yeah, you can't be elves. You can't be elves in most of the Final Fantasy games, though, to be fair. Looks like we found a death camp. How quaint to find that in the middle of nowhere. I mean, you could just go back and play 14. 14's a freaking awesome game. Yeah, there's two versions of 12. One came out in North America, and then there's a global version. The Steam version is the global version. So, it's a better version, in my opinion. That's a lot. You know, I was talking to somebody about WoW the other day, and it made me want to go back and play WoW Classic. And they're like, well, what do you want to play in WoW Classic? Like, why do you want to play it? And I'd love to play the PvP. I'd love to just do Battlegrounds. The PvP in WoW is so good. But I started doing the Final Fantasy 14 PvP the other night. It's actually a lot of fun. Like, it's not exactly like the Battlegrounds in WoW. Like, it's not as good. It's not as structured, I guess. Like, you know, you don't have rogues who are like backstabbing people and stunning them for 2 minutes. But it is a pretty solid experience. But I think the ESO PvP is really good too. Right? So what is PSO2? I don't know what that is. You've said it twice. I thought I missed something. Oh, Phantasy Star Online. That's what you're talking about. Yeah, I got a paladin and a shaman to 20, and then I quit. I literally played 1 month. So, thing is though, like WoW Classic was great at the time it came out. It's still okay now. I don't mind playing WoW Classic. But the grind, you're right, is a pain. Like, it took me a month to get 2 characters to 20. And the idea of getting to 60, it would be like 2 more months of play for me. Oh, my live account on WoW is crazy. Like, I had, in Legion I played a lot, so I had every class up to level cap at the end of Legion. In BFA I've got a warrior, a dark knight. What's the other one? I have a paladin. I have 3, a dark knight, a paladin, and a warrior up to cap. But I haven't played in the last 2 months. I'm not a big fan of BFA. I did pre-order the next expansion though. I'm looking forward to what the hell is it called? Well, I was looking forward to it. You can tell I'm keeping up with WoW because I can't even remember the name of the expansion I bought. Cutscene! So my paladin was Horde. My Dark Knight and Warrior are Alliance. Shadowlands, that's it. I wanted to say Shadowbringers, but I knew that was Final Fantasy. I don't even know what server I'm on. Oh yeah, Death Knight, I'm sorry. I've got a Death Knight, a Paladin, and a Warrior. Final Fantasy is a Dark Knight, so that's what I've been playing in Final Fantasy. See, this game lies to people because it looks really good and then it's a terrible story. So there was a Final Fantasy 13 2 and a third one called Lightning's Return. Oh, that's true. That's true. Are there a ton of people in the UK servers? Or the European servers? Like, the North American servers are pretty busy usually, but I noticed a pretty big drop-off with BFA. I was arguing with somebody the other day about the subscriptions, and they're like, no, there's no chance you're right about it. But they've dropped subscriptions dramatically. I think they're only at like 1.6 million subs globally right now. Based on their financial numbers. And somebody's like, no, you're completely wrong. I can't remember who I was arguing with. They're like, no, you're completely wrong. WoW is like the biggest MMO. I said, yeah, but They're the biggest, but they only have like 1.6 active subs right now. They just don't have as many as they used to because nobody's playing it. Yeah, I've looked at Ashes of Creation and Pantheon. Pantheon I'm psyched about because I used to like Vanguard Saga of Heroes, and it's by the same guys who made that. So I'm looking forward to Pantheon and trying that one out. Ashes of Creation looks good too. I don't know though, they didn't, other than the intro cutscene or the trailer cutscene they put out, they didn't really share a lot. So I don't know how it's going to turn out. I mean, I have high hopes for it, but I'm not holding my breath on it. Yeah, we don't know for sure, but we have some ideas based on their shareholder meetings, right? And that's all I'm saying. It's not either way they've dropped dramatically. That's kind of the point I was getting at. Like, we know for a fact they've dropped a ton of subs because of BFA. This is the most wonky leveling system. Like, in any of the Final Fantasies, it's like... I will say this, there's one cool thing. Check this out. Like, how there's a slight animation as you click on the character. I think that's awesome. That's a nice touch. Look at that. That's beautiful. There's a lot I hate about this game, but there's a lot that's really good about it, too. So, I'm on chapter 7. We're making good... We're about halfway done with the game now. This is my end file. Chapter 13 is the last chapter. So we're about halfway. You can see my playtime on my first game was 37 hours. We're at about 9 right now. It'll probably take me about 20, 25 hours to get to the end. Total. Now that I know what I'm doing and have a better sense for the game. This is 13. This is 13. 13 is okay. It's okay. It's not a terrible game. It's my least favorite in the series. Even though I hate this game compared to the others, like, I don't think it's as good as any other Final Fantasy in the series. I have still played through 13, 13-2, and 13-3. I have played through all 3, and they're all fun in their own ways. They're just not great games. That's all I'm saying. It doesn't make them bad games. It just doesn't make them great games. Yeah, I did Bless Online when it came out. That was terrible. That was such a fucking wreck. This is 13, though. 12 is the one I'll be playing after I beat this one. It's a very different style game. But they did a remaster of 12 as well, so it still looks very good on Steam. Let's see, are there any chests? I don't want to miss any of the treasure chests. I'm just going to look around a second here. Anything over here? No, there's one. I had mixed feelings on Bless. The thing is, when I play an MMO, I want to play a game that people are excited about and they're having fun with and play with them. I didn't feel like that's what happened with Bless. There were things about Bless Online that I liked. And there's most MMOs I can find something I like about them. Most MMOs I can find something I like. I liked, man, I don't know. Shit, I liked Lord of the Rings Online. I love that game. Played as a bard. I liked that they had a support class. I thought that was really cool. Couldn't play it again today. Like, it's just graphically so out of date at this point. they still have a community playing that. I like the Star Wars MMO. The Knights of the Old Republic. Or The Old Republic, I think is what it was. That was a good game. Liked Vanguard Saga of Heroes when that was out. Yeah, I don't mind trying out new games. I have no problem with that. And Wolcen? Did you play Wolcen? I didn't like that either. But that had a lot of hype too, and it ended up not being so great. I think of the ones I'm currently playing, 11 and 14, Final Fantasy 11 and Final Fantasy 14 are my favorites right now. But I do like WoW, I do like ESO. I got Greymore, I played through all of Greymore. That was fun. I got my money's worth for Greymore. I have this weird cost analysis I do in my head whenever I buy a game. Like, if I can get a game down to $1 an hour or less, I'm happy with it. You know? And I'm not trying to make it seem like everything's got to be like in this cost ratio, but I just, when I spend money, that's how I think about them. Did I just go in a circle? Alright. That's fine. 14's amazing. I have almost every class to cap on that one. What's this? Okay. Nothing over here. Thing is, the hype train gets me, man. When I get like into a new game, if a bunch of people are talking about it and excited about it, I get more excited about it. Oh man, I play as one of those guys, the Lalafels. That's what I play as. I think they're fantastic. Don't hate on the little people. Don't hate on the little people. I always save like 900 times when I go to a save point. I think that's the big problem I have with the WoW expansion though. As good as Legion was, BFA sucked. And so the hype for Shadowlands is so far down. Nobody's excited about it. Not a single person I've talked to is excited about it. Even the people who bought it, like me, are like, I don't know. Like, we'll see. Hopefully Blizzard can pull this one out of their ass, you know? What am I doing? Oh, gotta hit that. Oh, Zeph is doing a main story quest, Duty Roulette on Final Fantasy 14 as we play. Alright, let's see how much further we can get here. Got about 20 more minutes. It's a short stream. I'm sorry about that, guys, but I will be back tonight. I'm going to play more tonight. Dragoon level 76. Congrats, man. Yeah, of course. So when my first MMO was Final Fantasy 11, and Final Fantasy 11 had a way to like randomize your name, just like WoW. And 11 came out before WoW, just to be clear. And the name I got was Briok. And so I played all the way through 11 with Briok. And then when I started WoW, I chose the same name. I picked Briok. And so I played through as Briok for the whole life of WoW when I was playing with friends and other people I'd met in the MMOs. And they called me that. And so, like, at this point, if somebody was to call me Briok in real life, I would answer to it. And so I had a name that I got, this is stupid, playing Call of Duty, that I use for, like, Xbox and stuff like that. And that was my original Twitch name. And a couple of months ago, when I decided I was going to start streaming, I said, I don't want to use this Modern Warfare game name. Like, I just don't want to do it. So I switched it back to Briok, and Briok was what I wanted it to be, but I was trying to think about, like, from a streaming perspective, what it should be, and so I figured Briok Dies to Games is probably a little bit better. Describes what I do better. So I went with Briok Dies to Games. But Briok is what I answer to. I mean, in any game I play, like, that's the name I've been using for years now. For 20 years. So it just makes sense to keep it. And I did own a GameCube. My favorite game that I had on GameCube was between Metroid Prime and the Matrix game. I played the Matrix game on there. I love the Matrix game. You know, it just, like, I think the cool thing about game names, like, you know, whether it's on Twitch or a video game like WoW or Star Wars or ESO, is it becomes who you are. Like, that's the name that people talk to you as when you get on Ventrilo or Discord, and, you know, you start to, like, you start to answer to it, you know? I don't know, I just think it becomes part of who you are. Which one do we take? Let's hit that one, I guess. I'm about halfway through the game, by the way, and my characters have not been in a group of more than 2 people since the very beginning. It's one of the reasons this game's so frustrating. You're very disconnected from the rest of the gang. I have not played Eternal Darkness Sanity Requiem. I've never heard of it. Don't know what it is. I'm sure I could get like a ROM of it. I don't even have a GameCube anymore. You emulate with dolphins? Oh, wait, that's an emulator. I see what you're saying. Man, fuck this guy. Okay. Alright, let's try summoning Odin. This guy's too hard. I might still lose here, but gotta give it a shot. Odin was the way to go. I like it. I'd like to see Zeph play. I don't actually have a GameCube emulator. I've got one for Super Nintendo because I was doing some ROM hacks and, you know, things like that. Alright, killed him. That was easy. Man, what a tough fight that was. I don't even think I was supposed to do that fight. Just for some chest. Got an aqua ring though. Alright, so that was the right trigger. Let's hit the left one. Right, because I came that way. Yeah, we gotta go left. Let's hit the left one now. Can I only hit the right one? I don't understand. If I activate this a second time, is it going to take me the right way? There we go. Let's try that. See if it takes me the right way this time. Yeah, there we go. Alright, we're good now. I feel like that's all emulators though, isn't it? Like I've always had a lot of trouble with some of the ones I get. Fuck. I'm gonna fight one of those again. Back is killing me. Old man problems.
光も水もみんなファルシに任せてる。実際、コクンはファルシのための世界なんだろうな。人間なんて寄生虫だか害虫だか。
そうですか。人を世話したり守ったり、ファルシって親切ですよ。普通の人には。多分人間が好きっていうか大切で、ペットみたいに。
飼っている。人間は飼われている。そうか。そういうことか。私は。
Those zippers on the front of her skirt do not make any sense.
ファルシが支える世界で生まれて、ファルシがくれる餌で育った。飼われる生き方しか知らなかったから。その生き方を奪われたら、簡単に見失った。飼い主に捨てられて、ただ迷うだけだ。ホープ。聞いてくれ。ルシにされて私は何もかも見失った。先は見えない。希望もない。考えるのも嫌になって、だから戦った。戦っていれば何も考えなくていいから。現実逃
This
避。
story is bad. I'm gonna stay with that. This is a bad story.
お前を引き込んでしまった。
何が何だか。
野良作戦はやめよう。
No, my mom died.
どうして？
Lightning.
ライトさんが戦えって言う。
私は間違っていたんだ。
Lightning. Okay, this is such a shit story. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be making fun of them.
戦え、迷 迷うなってけしかけたのに見捨てるんですか？
見捨てはしない。私が守る。
I'm gonna skip past these guys. I'm trying... Shit. I thought I was gonna skip past those guys. I've been fighting every single fight. These guys are such a pain in the ass because they heal each other. I don't like to skip fights because you get experience points, and in this case you need those to like level up stats and stuff. But on the flip side of it, I want to get to the next save point, and I'm kind of tired of all these battles, so... That was great how I just like ran right into the mob though, wasn't it? There's no Hope, Lightning. But your name's Hope. That's just my name. Alright, we're gonna skip that. Sorry, guys. No cutscenes for now. They're just talking about Hope. So close to finishing that. All right, Chapter 7, No Way to Live, Final Fantasy 13. I have to stop for now because I have to go get a filling replaced because my dentist sucks. But I do appreciate you guys hanging out. I'd like to raid somebody real quick if I can. Thank you guys for hanging out. I'm Briak, iData Games, and I will be back tonight. I'll be playing either more of that, hopefully not, and I don't know. We'll see. I'm kind of looking at this week playing one time during the day with stuff I don't like 13, and playing stuff I do like in the evening. I'm going to raid some random person, though. Crap, there's nobody on that I know, because I don't really hang out during the day. Is Faros on? That's a good idea, actually. That's a perfect idea. All right. I'm going to raid Faros. He plays Final Fantasy 11 and 14. Right now, he is playing Final Fantasy 11 online. He's a good dude. I'm part of his link shell in Final Fantasy 11. And thank you guys for hanging out. Again, I'll be back tonight on Briak Idita Games. Thank you for watching. Thanks for hanging out. If you haven't followed, hit the follow button. Be nice to Faros. He's a cool dude. Talk to you guys later.
Yo. Yo. Briak Dies to Games has raided the channel. Hey, bud. Thanks for the raid. How was your stream this morning, man? And how was your run? So you've already woken up, went for a morning run, and a stream, huh? I'll be damned. Guy's killing it this morning. Yo, shoutouts to Briak Dies to Games. He's a member of my link shell in Final Fantasy 11. Although, how you feeling? I feel like I haven't seen you on an 11 in a minute. Are you still getting on? Maybe we're just missing each other time-wise, or you mostly focusing on that Final Fantasy countdown for your stream? Yeah, we cannot kill these crawlers, dude. Look at it. Oh, they're all over. There we go. Big crit. Put them away.